As usual, out for another trip to town. Today is the 25th, I believe, of January. So hopefully I'll try to get back in the habit of posting more videos. So I'm out for a day, got to run some errands, and I was thinking of some ideas for a video, and one of them was I wanted to talk about my lifelong dream to go to outer space. It's one of those things that I've always wanted to do. I was probably at my age, soon to be 48 in about 2 more weeks. I'm probably at my youthful age, one of the youngest age to remember the actual moon landing. I remember it really well. My mother said, "Sit down, watch this." My response was typical of me. I said, "Why? They will just do it over again. This won't be the only time." That was something like that. I remember saying that why? Because I know they'll just do it again. She said, "Sit down." So I sat down and watched the moon landing on a black and white, probably a 19-inch TV that was on legs. I remember it. That we used to have, and it kind of changed my life, because I always looked at that situation, and as I became older and learned the history behind it, and when I've kind of thought about something hard to do, I thought about how a country went from nothing at all in the late 50s to less than 10 years landing on the moon. And it's an amazing situation. Amount of energy and effort. And I also think just the spirit of we want to do it, so therefore we are mentality that I think existed around that time. And the numerous shows that I've watched that discuss that event are all kind of mirror that. It was, essentially, from other people who were involved, something we wanted to do, something we were going to do. At that time, of course, we had to beat the Russians. That was a very important aspect of that. We wanted to be the first ones there, and it was just an important event for me. I've always thought that if we land on the moon, then I should be able to do anything that I want to do. And I always thought, we were slow to get to this point in our development. I remember watching reruns of the original Star Trek series and thinking, surely, very soon we'd be on the moon, have a moon base and orbiting space station and all kind of stuff. Well, we have the orbiting space station, but it's at a much simpler level than what I anticipated even as a kid, and surely now. I mean, we're soon to be coming up on the 44th anniversary of the moon landing, and look where we're at. But anyway, there's a burgeoning space industry that's coming up, and pretty soon, if you have the money, as always, you're going to be able to get on one of those suborbital ships and go around the Earth. And I really want to do that. I've already talked about that with my kids, my mother, wife, everybody. And so it's one of those things that I really want to do. And so that's my plan. I'm going to put this out there on YouTube, and if anybody's listening and wants to help me make that possible, that would be really awesome. I'm relatively good shape. Can walk to town, which is like 3 miles. Don't smoke, don't drink. So I'm not a really bad candidate. I figured they let John Glenn go into space in his early 70s, I believe, when he returned to space. Maybe I can go. And so that's what I'm wanting to do. So maybe it won't be this year, which my understanding it won't, because the flights don't begin, I think maybe 2014. Anyway, there's a couple different ones and that I'm aware of, and I won't mention them here because I don't want to piss anybody off, excuse me, for not mentioning them, but you people who run the suborbital flight corporations, you know who you are, and I would really like to be a part of that. And so I'm going to work toward the rest of my life try to make that possible. And I'm really convinced it's a matter of time before I'm able to do that. I'm going to do it like I had when I was a child. I'm going to believe in it, I'm going to work toward it, and I'm going to make it happen. So I'm going to keep everybody updated on my efforts to do that. You say, well, why is it important for a legally blind guy to go into space? Well, I think it would be a good idea for anyone, but for me personally, I think it would be a good way to show the world that space is just not for astronauts. It is for anybody. And whether you have a Air Force background, or whether you're just an adult who wants to go to space, I think going to space is beneficial to help bring to the forefront the abilities of everybody instead of disabilities. And yes, I am a disabled person, and I embrace that because it is part of who I am. But with my disability also comes being a capable person, and I think I would really add something and add a perspective when I would return that would probably be beneficial to others who are disabled and to the non-disabled alike. So once again, I'm going up there, and who knows, I will do a video from outer space. That would be cool, wouldn't it? And until then, everyone, I appreciate the views. I've gotten some increased views recently, and any comments you have, any ideas for videos, I would also welcome that. Keep it constructive, as always, and I will seek to incorporate that into my future videos. So until then, this is Blind Man Walking 2, and I will keep walking, and so do you. Thank you.